You're back on the Mountain Morning Show. So pleased to introduce back to the studio the Sundance 2014 Julie Solwold. She is the VP of Global Sports and Events and now PR with John Paul Mitchell Systems. How are you? It's been a whole year, Julie.
I know.
Doing well.
It's been a year since I've been on the set here. I've
Yes.
been here a number of times between.
Absolutely. Well, we are glad to have you back here on the Mountain Morning Show. Welcome to the show. You look fabulous, as usual.
You know, thanks to your two wonderful ladies up front, I mean, Madison and Brennan there, who just like, they make magic happen at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Absolutely. You're like, that's why.
I didn't look like this when I rolled out of bed this morning.
It is kind of early for some of us, but I'll just say we are so thrilled to have you here talking about the involvement of Paul Mitchell here in Park City, and you working with a lot of events going on, which we'll get into. First off, for those who, I mean, we know Paul Mitchell is a product, of course, something that we love putting in our hair, but what's more of the mission behind it? Because it's not, it is of course about that outer beauty, but it's also inner, and you guys focus on that a lot.
I think the whole idea is to kind of redefine what people's perception of beauty is, because it's a whole, beauty comes from within, and it's not just what you put on the outside, it's just how you are, that whole body person that kind of redefines what beauty is. And part of it is, you know, John Paul Mitchell, who owns a company as well, part of his philosophy is that if you are healthy and fit, that's beautiful as well. And so the natural tie-in for us is to really align ourselves with a number of lifestyle athletes, people who are outdoors a lot, people who are skiing and snowboarding and surfing and mountain biking. They have a greater appreciation of nature in the outdoors. They have a greater appreciation of taking care of their body. And so we kind of align ourselves with those types of lifestyle sports. So when you get up in the morning, you don't think about, oh, I have to look pretty today or I have to look great today. It's like you just put something on that's going to make what you do a little bit easier, little, you know, not time consuming, and you just get out there and go. But it becomes something you do every day. It's a lifestyle thing. It's not just something you do on special occasions.
Exactly. I love that, and I love the concept. Speaking of some of those partnerships, working with athletes that are, you know, up and comers and those work events, they really are the Visa US Grand Prix. Tell me about your role with that.
We've actually worked with the US Ski and Snowboard Association. I think it's been over a decade, at least 10, 12 years that we've actually worked with them. We started off with freestyle skiing, and we've actually sponsored snowboarding for over 20 years. Before it was an Olympic sport.
You've had a really solid, long relationship with
it's been great. So they're having the free ski championships over this weekend, and they're actually selecting the team that's going to the Olympics in free skiing. Free skiing right now, it's the inaugural year in the Olympics of both slopestyle and halfpipe.
It's incredible.
And part of it is you had this great interest in snowboarding for so long, and then, you know, skiers kind of went, well, I think we can do that too, and, you know, made shorter skis, twin tips, back and forth. So now you've got the skiers out there in the pipe on the slopestyle doing the same things, you know, the same tricks, the same spins, everything like that. And it's just, it's as exhilarating to watch as when you're watching the snowboarding. So kudos to snowboarders for actually creating that whole vibe, and then skiers taking it off and putting, you know, pulling their riff on it on that too. So yeah, over the whole weekend here, Park City Mountain Resort is hosting it, both slopestyle and super pipe. So.
Very good. And we want to do a shout out for the two athletes that you guys are working with. We have Devin Logan and Aaron Blunk. Tell me about these guys.
And we're also working with Alex Schlope as well. So we've got 3 of the free skiers, and Devin Logan is just this amazing, amazing young woman who is going out for both pipe and slopestyle, which is a rarity. Most people are, you know, single discipline there, and she's actually she just got the World Cup Crystal Globe last weekend, I think, because she had the most points overall in free skier. So she was awarded the very first World Cup Crystal Globe. So I was very, very proud of her, and she's a young girl too. And then Aaron Blunk is kind of a young phenom. He's 17 years old. And I think he just took gold a couple of weekends ago at an event. I think it was in Copper. And then Alex Schlope has been around for a number of years, so he's like really young. He's like 20. When you think about 20-year-olds, and you think you're like the grandfathers of the sport. It's really
I'm
funny.
like 17. Oh my gosh, but that's really how young they are. They're incredible.
I don't know if I could even walk straight when I was 17, much like put skis on and do something amazing like that. But yeah, Alex Schlope as well is one of the athletes we're working with as well. And again, it's about they just have this great freedom of expression and style and things like that, and so that makes a nice tie-in. Plus, they're really, really, really good kids. Kids.
And I love that is part of it. Is that they're, you know, they're quality people. You know, they're goal setters. They're ambitious, and to have them associated with such an awesome product is great. perfect partnership. Also, speaking of that, Julie, what is it like working in the field of global sports marketing, which many would assume would be male-dominated? What is that like, or is it?
It's been
my
really
question.
fun.
Yeah, sure.
When you see me working in a male-dominated world,
I'll take it. Sounds good.
It's actually really good, and the great thing is the sports that we're involved in. Again, those lifestyle sports. It's the snowboarding, it's the surfing, it's the beach volleyball. It's the things that are really, they're not skewed male versus female. It's 50-50, 60-40 along there. So it's really wide open for women as well. What I've found interesting is getting a hair care product into male-dominated world.
And I'm curious, what's been their response? They're like, really? Really? But it works.
Well, it does get it, because in the sports that we're involved in, the great thing is it is about style. When you think about snowboarding and free skiing and surfing, you are scored on style points. So our little motto is style points count. So you just kind of back it up a little bit and go, the way you look is a little bit, you have your own personal style. And so you just kind of dovetail it in there. It's not about how fabulous you look or, having all this stuff on you. It's what's your personal style? What's your style? I love that we have a little question that goes around to all of our athletes, like, what's your style? And it can be anything from, I love plaid and I wear plaid. That's my style. My signature style is, for Shaun White for a long time, his hair was his amazing style. And by the way, I have to say, I love his short hair.
Do you?
Oh,
I had to get used to it. I saw him in photos, I'm like, who? Oh yeah, that's Shaun, because I had to get used to it, but all the same, looks
Speaking
great.
of him, Mammoth this weekend, they have the snowboard championships this weekend as well, and he was the first one to qualify on the U.S. Olympic team in slopestyle this time. So not halfpipe this year, but slopestyle, which is very exciting for him.
Yeah. It really is.
Talk
Looking
about longevity.
Forward to that. Exactly. Right. Excited to hear more about what he's doing. I wanted to mention to our viewers where you are going to be this Sundance. You're specifically working with Wire and Getty Images.
Wire Images and Getty Images up. The third floor, there's a tent outside the town lift there, and the third floor, there's a little McCafe, lounge area, and in the back they have little hair and makeup areas there where all of the casts, before they get their official portraits taken, studio portraits at Sundance, go in there, and we're just there to offer a little touch up in case they tumbled out of bed a little bit late and didn't have time to have their
Which makes sense with all the parties, lounges, a lot of stuff going on. We need your help, certainly.
I just work so much. I have no idea what the parties are about. Although I did notice this amazing set.
Oh yeah,
when I walked in, it was like,
incredible.
Holy moly! That's like the first thing you walk in, you see this ginormous set with cocktail shakers, and I'm sure that coffee goes right. XO Cafe.
Well,
goes
and speaking
well.
of, you're gonna have to tune into Mountain Views to see that, because it's really incredible. They have it going all during the show. But yeah, I'm glad you brought it up.
The evening one?
Yeah, during the evening show. It's pretty fun.
I don't think I'm doing
anything.
Can you
come during the evening?
I don't think I'm doing anything tonight.
Okay,
at 6
Julie,
o'clock,
we might find you there.
You might.
You might be right there behind the counter.
Although I do want to go tonight to the championships for the half pipe.
That's exactly right.
6 to 9, I think, and then again tomorrow night.
And
we'll have a crew out there as well.
Exactly. And as a reminder, we do have a schedule of that the beginning of every first hour here on the Mountain Morning Show to remind you guys of that schedule, what's happening when between half pipe and qualifiers, and of course the Olympic team naming, which is probably the most exciting part for me personally.
I'm really excited. It's tomorrow night. They're going to name the actual Olympic selection team, which is I'm really
very forward to.
Keeping my fingers crossed.
Awesome. Julie, I wanted to ask you a little bit about one more last thing. As a woman and one who is obviously successful in what you do, to other women out there who are, looking to break into maybe this field or just trying hard, because we know these last couple of years, it's been hard in some areas to really plant your feet and to find yourself. What type of advice would you give to women who are looking to do that and to move forward and to overcome those challenges that may arise?
Never give up. The first thing is just never give up and never stop believing in yourself, because if that particular experience didn't work out, it just means that there truly is one that's meant for you down the road. And don't get discouraged. I know it's hard when you're looking and looking and looking, but just remember everything good that people say about you, because if you focus on the good, you're going to move toward that because it works for you. So always keep focusing on what does work, not what doesn't work, because again, the more you focus on what works, the more you move in that direction, and everything else just kind of falls off. It's really interesting to think that, I've been doing this for 23 years now with the company, which is absolutely astonishing. It just went like that, and it's hard to think that people look at you and go, wow, you've had such a long career. It's like it was just yesterday. And like they say, if you love what you do, you never have to work a day in your life. Just don't give up. Just continue believing in yourself and always move toward where you want to go and what you want to do, and take things that you have to do in the interim, but believe in yourself too.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that very much.
Yeah,
Julie,
thank you.
anything else that you want to share this morning? In terms of like where we can find the products, you know, online we can always find
well,
what
you
guys
always
are up
find
to.
it, right? You can
Speaking
always
of
find
the
the
products,
information, right?
we wanted to
I
mention
love
these
this
too.
little stuff here.
We got so involved in everything
I know,
else. Also, we're like, oh yeah,
yeah, we talk about the products, don't
right?
we?
And this one, the
distracted by the
stop
Patron over
staring
there.
at the Patron. We'll save that for later. This morning we'll focus a little bit more on the hair care.
This is just one of our little promos that we have going. It's called Stop Staring. It's our express line, which means the products work very, very quickly.
Ooh.
And so you've got a little bit of the dry wash there,
Okay.
a little dry wash shampoo, and a little Stay Strong, which is a quick hold there. And then we've got a hot off the press, which is a thermal protectant. This is a girl
This
stuff.
is so important.
Thermal protectants when you're using hot tools on your hair.
Right.
Straight hair, I did this in 20 minutes this morning. Boom, curling iron. There you go.
I'm amazed. I really am.
This
early even.
This is our new tool line you'll hear about tomorrow when JP and Eloise are on there.
Nice.
But if I can do it, trust me, anybody can do it on that.
Very
but these are
good.
nice little travel sizes too.
They
will
really
fit through
are.
TSA.
I love that. Perfect for Sundance too.
And dry washes, you're always your
Awesome.
friend too, because that's that one where you are late in the morning and you need to, like, I got to do something with my hair. You can just put, it's a dry shampoo.
I can attest to that. I've used this before. It's incredible. It's saving on a couple of mountain morning shows, really. So you might want to get your hands
when
on
you
that.
don't have a hat, you know, you
Right?
can always
I
use
can't wear a
that
hat
one.
here, so this works out quite well. We want to remind everyone, you guys are so awesome. You are providing some items for our Sundance Celebrity gift bags, one being Mitch.
Our Mitch Grimm and Go,
Yes.
yes. And if you notice, I'm sure you've seen the commercials that we've zipped on here
Yes.
as well. There's a new one there with a guy in a vintage convertible and then another one with a vintage plane. That's Angus Mitchell. He's the co-owner of the company as well, and he's Paul Mitchell's son. And so he's kind of come into his own there, and he's become the face of Mitch the last year. And we're so pleased to have him.
That's incredible.
To have him as the face of Mitch.
Very cool. So if you're picking up one of those bags, lucky you. You get some of this stuff. Awesome.
Yeah.
Julie, thank you so much.
You're
It's been a
welcome.
pleasure to
It's
have you
always
here.
fun to be
I look
here.
forward to having you back on next
Thank
year. Maybe
you.
we'll see you around town in between then. So
Thank you. We'll
thanks
see what it look like
very
next
much.
year. Could be
Right?
straight again. Who knows?
There we go. Thank you so much,
You're
Julie
welcome.
Sold
Thank
of
you.
John Paul Mitchell Systems. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break. We have just enough time to share with you a red carpet whiplash. That's up next.